I'm not at my best, on a personal level. I'm not at my best, really. I should have just actually been just sleeping and crying, avoiding social media, but I need social media. I need social media, that's a fact. I need social media. Sometimes, like I always say, that most of us who come on social media and talk too much, sometimes it is our deficiencies somewhere in life that we try to cover up on social media. If I don't come on social media, then what? Then I'll just be here all alone. I can go mad. I mean, God knows what would happen. So I need to come out, time and again and argue with you. Some of you, you tell me, some they tell you good things, some they tell you bad things. So yeah. So even tonight, I thought I should just talk about a few things. But I am not going to pretend that on a personal level I'm okay, I'm not okay. Me, at the risk of talking too much, I love my family. I love my family, I love my children very much. I'm not like, no, I love my children. At the moment, I am missing my Kia. I am missing Kia very much, and it is just messing me up. It is messing me up. I'm trying to pull myself together, but it is messing me up. But I need to survive it, And the worst thing is that, before Kia was here, yes, I used to miss her and everything. But now that she was here, she was here doing at my performances here, walking around the house and, me taking her to school every day. So what is happening now is that, even when I'm just in the house, I try to remove everything that belongs to Kia, but still the aura of Kia, Kia is, she was in charge in this house. You see her. Like when I look at this, things like this was a lunchbox. She used to carry to school. I threw away everything, but when I looked at this, I felt to throw it away. So I just kept it there. Yeah. So, and when I'm even driving, like on the road, when I come out, when I go on the road, I because most of the times, I had to get a car because of Kia. Before Kia came in, I didn't need a car. So when Kia came in, we needed the car for me to be taking her to school. And now, when I'm driving, especially when I pass a route where I used to go, where I used to go with her, which is pretty much everywhere because we went like everywhere. I keep remembering that, or feeling she's in the car, and that just destroys me. Yeah, and I don't want to. I can't go into the details. Oh, what happened? Oh, why? No. I'm not going to that. But one thing that you have to know is that I am a very committed man. I am very committed. I operate, people operate at different levels. There are those who operate from the head. There are those who operate from the heart. There are those who operate from, the guts there, the emotions. I operate more from the heart. I'm a man of the heart. So even when it comes to loving people, I love deeply. I love foolishly, actually. I love foolishly. I really love foolishly, I tell you. I love foolishly. 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 And then when I commit myself to anything, I really commit myself. Everything. I commit myself. But then again, your commitment is not a guarantee, or is not enough that things will go your way. Your commitment sometimes is just not enough for things to go your way. People choose to, they have got their own mind, they have got their own mind, they have got their own desires, So no matter how much you commit yourself, no matter how much you try to invest in something, other people have got their own freedom, and they can utterly reject whatever commitment, whatever efforts that you are putting. They'll just disregard it, and they might just even walk away from you. They might even just reject you. And this is in everything. It's not just in relationship, in all the relationships, even in this politics. I mean, I can tell you, we are now in this time of elections, and we'll be voting. New government will come in. Some of you have appreciated how committed I've been to politics, and particularly supporting UPND and supporting President Hakainde Hichilema. But I will tell you that there are some that still depressingly comes up and tells you, are you really supporting President Hakainde Hichilema? No, you are not supporting Hakainde Hichilema. You are supporting Brian Mundubile because Brian Mundubile is your friend, because Brian Mundubile is you. Some of them have even gone to an extent of saying is your tribesmate. And how depressing that is. So from the personal side, yes, there are those issues, I must admit, and they are really eating me up. But even on the political side, it is not also very straightforward. I'm encountering, especially these days, I've encountered situations where people are doubting me. Are you really supporting President Hakainde Hichilema? Where they leave you in a situation where you are wondering to say, really, do these people really appreciate me? Do they really, am I really part of them, or I'm not? Or I'm just forcing myself on them? So there are those moments, and they are not easy. Those moments are not easy. They are very, very difficult. But then you have to wake up. You have to wake up every day. You have to survive. You have to look forward to another day. But that is my reality around this time. And in spite of everything, I want to reserve who I am. I don't want to lose myself. For whatever reason, be it on the family side, be it on the family side, be it on my political side, I want to reserve myself something that this is me, not just doing what other people want, not even just saying what other people want to hear. I need to reserve myself. I need to at least, say the truth, at least, to some extent. I may not say it completely, but at least to say something, express myself. Be who I am. Who am I? I tell you, even marriage sometimes can just make you lose who you are. Sometimes you even start doubting. Which is everything normal or whatever? Sometimes, politics also can make you just lose yourself. Like, what am I doing? Where am I going? What's going on here? you know, especially when people doubt you. Those of you who have been doubting me, I feel very emotional. It's quite unfair. It's quite unfair. How much I've been trying to support President Hakainde Hichilema and UPNB, and I have some people doubting me because I'm saying don't block Brian Mundubile. I say that not because I want Brian Mundubile, because Brian Mundubile is my friend and whatever. No, it's not that. But some of you just don't want to accept others. You don't want to accept others, some of you. And I somehow feel what Hakainde Hichilema talks about, where others, they just don't want to accept you. They just don't want to accept you. No matter how much you try, they just don't want to accept you. And these people exist both in the UPND and outside UPND. There are some of you. You just, yeah. But that said, I will still maintain that what I've been saying here, it's not that it's not true. When I say I'm supporting President Hakainde Hichilema, I'm supporting it. I'm supporting him from the bottom of my heart. Even if I was not in exile, I would have been supporting President Hakainde Hichilema. Even if I was given money, I would still insist I'm supporting President Hakainde Hichilema for this election. For this election, and really, unless otherwise, I would want to see President Hakainde Hichilema lead Zambia for a considerable time so that we can attain stability as a country. We can have that national unity, hopefully continues on the same trajectory. If he changes the trajectory, I mean, don't be surprised if I say no, I don't agree with this. No, I am a pragmatist. I'm a realist. It's about what is going on today. Not if you're about you. It's about what is going on today. At the moment, my brothers and sisters, and I'm saying this emotionally, really, you don't know the emotions that are going on inside me. And the emotions that are going inside me, they are beyond the physical survival, my status. They are really beyond. They are deep. At the moment, my brothers and sisters, we don't have somebody that is ready to lead Zambia. Whether Hakainde Hichilema believes in me, whether UPND believes in me or not, the truth of the matter is that we don't have somebody that is ready to lead Zambia. Unless you want to destroy our country, would you look at any of these people and say, this one is ready? There is no one who is ready to lead Zambia. There is no one at the moment. Without any prejudice on any of my brothers and sisters, without that, there is no one who is ready to lead Zambia. There is no one. You can run through all that list, all those whatever 26. Next time I'll come here, I'll have that list. When I'm speaking emotional and whatever, no mtoula can pass on. Naikosa life. Naikosa bad. Naikosa. And what beats me is that naikosa, and yet I have everything, really. I have everything around here, but it's painful. So Tapadi, if you can run through that list, You can tell me one by one. We can start going through them one by one. We can start going through them one by one. Starting with Brian Mundubile himself, who you always say, is your friend. People are accusing me, he's your friend. Hey, that's the man you want to win. He's my friend. I will never, no matter what, even if Brian does not recognize me, even if Brian disowns me, I am loyal to people. And when people do something to me, I always appreciate. Believe me, people who do things for me, I appreciate them. And I don't drop them just because we have a difference. No. Just because we have a difference, I will not come out and no. So Brian, yes, I will never disown Brian. No ways. I'll be the biggest Ingrid that would live on earth. If I disowned Brian, I'll be the most Ingrid, a person who does not appreciate. To have lived, it would have been me, because I appreciate Brian. When I was really going through challenges, Brian stood before me. Brian brought me in his house. I ate with Brian on the same table. We shared whatever little was there. I was close to his family. He was close to my family. Even if it's politics, it's not human to disregard such people. Even if you differ, even if they insult you, even if they don't seem to show like that they care, you need to be whatever. But Brian, in this election, Brian is not ready. He's not ready. He is not ready. Look around. Who is Brian going to lead with? Look around. Look what is happening. The issue of even being bad, partly is Brian himself. Partly. All these to Mamingala, to that, all these headers that Brian is facing are as a result of how he prepared or how unprepared he is. If he was prepared, these headers would have been done away with. These headers that Brian is facing, these are amateurish. These are amateurish. They are amateurish. I mean, they are not headers of, of a politician that is ready to rule the country. You cannot be hindered by small boys and girls. You can't. Small boys and girls? Small boys, let me not even include girls, but small boys, small boys, they are the ones that are standing in the way of Mundubile, just to be on the ballot. Just to be on the ballot, we have small boys hindering Mundubile. Now they have failed to manage what is this FDD, and of course, Brian has never been ready to run FDD. He has never been ready. He has never been ready. If he was ready to run FDD, he would have been president of FDD. He would have been president of FDD. That was the first thing. That was the first hurdle that Brian needed to conquer. He needed to conquer that hurdle. Brian needed to be a president of a political party. He needed to be a president of a political party. He's not a president of a political party. He has failed to ascend to that position. Where I am politically, looking at political hierarchy, I am better than Brian at the moment. I am president. Much as I'm in exile, I am president. It is an unarguable fact. You Google, wherever you put Tayali, Googling Tayali, you Google Tayali, it will come out that Tayali is the president of Economic and Equity Party. Whether that party has got members or not, that is another issue. The fact is, Chilyfa Tayali is the president of a political party. If there is a political function, I have got a place where they will put Chilyfa Tayali president, Economic and Equity Party. I've got a place. Even in Ngani Myotoka, Shileisa, there is a state function. And as we are arriving, I have got a place where my vehicle should drop me. And I've got a place where they will usher me to say, here, sit here, Tayali. This is your place. Whether you people don't agree with it or not, but officially, I am recognized. I'm a president of a political party. Even here, I am respected because I am a president of a political party. Wherever I go, whatever, yes, yesterday we went into Getting Highland. It is a city, a small city which is on top of the mountains. It is just a small city. It's a big property owned by some people. And we went there. There was this function, and because it was too full, there were so many cars everywhere. All the car parks were full, and we didn't have where to park. So in my arrogance and naughtiness, we parked a car on the side of the road. We parked a car just on the side of the road, and we went for that function. When we came out, our vehicle was clamped, just about to be towed, because they pick these vehicles, and so now the towing vehicles, because there were so many vehicles that were parked wrongly, so these tow vehicles were just coming, picking up vehicles, taking them somewhere, and it had not reached to our turn, but they had clamped it. So we tried to negotiate with the security, but no, of course we have to go to the police. There are cameras everywhere, so when the car is clamped, it is already picked up by the cameras. It is in the system. So when it is in the system, there is nothing that you can do. You just have to pay. So we went now to this police, and we're trying to negotiate, blah 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 blah. Of course, when they just saw me, I think I was the only black guy in that function, because it was Chinese and whatever. I think I was the only black guy. I saw some blacks who were just moving around in Getting Highland before, but in the function, I think I was the only black guy. So anyway, being seen just as a black guy, it brought trouble. They started now asking, where is your passport, whatever. So I was reluctant to bring out all this. So whatever. At the end of the day, I had to bring out my card. And when you bring out your UNHCR card, they don't believe it. They have to check in the system to confirm that whatever. So when they checked in the system, as they were checking and whatever, when my name came up, the police officer came back. The attitude changed. Whatever he saw in the system, when he came back with my card, the attitude changed. He was like, sir, are you, is this your car? Are you the one driving? You know? And I said, yes. And no, sorry, sir. He started apologizing. And he refused to write the receipt in my name. Instead, he asked to write the receipt in one of the ladies that we were with, you know. And he did, because he didn't want to get in trouble. Anyway, the long story short is that I am recognized that I am a president of a political party. And for that, you get accorded the respect. You don't face some of these hurdles. Brian Mundubile is not a president of a political party. And Brian, I am saying this genuinely, Brian needed to win that battle first. He needed to win that battle first. And he wouldn't have failed if Mundubile was ready to lead the country. He wouldn't have failed. He wouldn't have failed to be a president of a political party. He wouldn't have failed. And ECZ would have had nothing to do if at all Brian managed to attain that. There are many ways you can talk about all these excuses that you are bringing up. They are just showing how unprepared Brian is to lead. Whatever excuse. No, kuregistrar of society kwaba abantu. Kuregistrar of society kwaba abantu. Kwisa kwaba abantu. Nakuma koti kwaba abantu. There are human beings there with flesh and blood running in them. Concept wherever there are human beings. And when you are ready, those human beings will react in conformity to what you want. They will react in conformity to what you want. If you are ready, by the fact that you umuntu ale shingwana na notuma political party, notuma political party ule shingwana because na gokeneka political party muchinji shape oko muleba ati no ba brand bale imini napa na kokene is not a president. Nakokene is not a president. What would it take for Brian Mundubile? Brian Mundubile can president tonight, apandera and so. By the time I'm finishing, Brian Mundubile can be president. It will take a phone call. A phone call. I'm just giving an example. Tayali, you are my friend. I need a party. I don't want to run as independent. I need to be president. Can I have your party? It is a conversation that can finish within 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes, that conversation would be finished. Within 3 minutes, by the start, Yatampaso, within 3 minutes. Within that 3 minutes, I would be issuing a statement to say, I'm no longer a president of Economic and Equity Party, and we have agreed with my political members, my central committee. Brian Mundubile has been chosen as our president of of Economic and Equity Party, and he will be our candidate. He will be our presidential candidate. A statement would go. Papers would be carrying Mundubile has taken over Economic and Equity Party. Tayari has clearly, Ndikuno, I'm far away here. I will issue a statement. I'm talking to you. Many of you are listening to me. I can simply, the same way that I'm talking to you, I can relinquish my party and hand it over to Brian Mundubile. And everybody will see, ECZ will see. Papers I would sign. Whatever it is, I would provide. I am far away as far as I am, I'm far away. I would sign and everything will be there. That, and ECZ would have no issue. ECZ would have no issue. ECZ would have no issue. But today, however, none can ever did anybody, but no, HH, what is this? Doesn't if you have put in Mupanga, you and Canada cannot comment if you have Didian. They sabula, they can comment if you have Puba. If you for Ndaliqueva, the Cocolan, we learn the party HH. You are lot of HH, you are lot of HH, lot of HH, Chavashan, eh? Everything in HH, everything in HH. Eh? Stop provoking me, don't provoke me, at least not on my platform. Go and write that nonsense on your platform, not on my platform. Because I will respond, and when I'm going to respond, I will not respond well. So spare yourself from me, whatever. Don't bring in HH. This unpreparedness is on Brian Mundubile, including yourself. All of you who are around the brand, because it's not only brand, all of you, you are also part of the failure of Mundubile. You are also contributing to the failure of Mundubile. You are also contributing, you Didier, you are also contributing. You are also one of those people who is exposing how unready Brian Mundubile is. You are also contributing to show how weak Brian Mundubile is. You are Didier. Didier, you are contributing. The failure of Brian, the unpreparedness of Brian, is not only on Brian. Even you, Didier, you are one of those people that is showing that Brian Mundubile is not ready. Your conduct, even post shows that you, Mundubile, doesn't have people, credible people that can usher him into presidency. It just shows that he doesn't have. He doesn't have. And that makes him not ready to lead the country. You can't fail to get a political party and be president. You can't. If you can fail, no. FDD, you have just mismanaged. Of course, they are also selfish. By FDD, they are selfish. Because Brian Mundubile chose it as a purpose vehicle. Some people now, they became greedy. But all that greediness is part of politics. Politics is just like that. More politics. I want to be like a party. I'm just doing this for whatever. No. Always people want benefits. They want benefit. If it's not immediate, they must be promised something. Which Brian Mundubile has failed. Brian Mundubile has failed really to manage by FDD. But now, Mungulu by FDD, who are you? Who are you by FDD? Who are you? But if we are chairman from the province, Shani, because you would allow at least mwachitako advance politically. And by FDD, you have always been like this. That's why FDD has failed to rule. FDD would have ruled Zambia in 2001, when they formed FDD on the premise of the third term. When they were fighting Christian Tembo, Nawakwi, if they had handled that situation better, FDD would have ruled. But Bafio Naula, Marifio Naula 2001, Katushingeko Mwali Mwebale Saka Mukanomba, chairman, I don't know if you were there. But that's how you lost it. That's how you failed to win 2001. You would have won. From there, fia pena. Eh, oh yeah, bananankani bamianda, ba Godfrey Mianda. Eh, that is how you messed it up. If only FDD had gone with Godfrey Mianda, FDD would have ruled in 2001. But Baisa Fidiva Nyave Neve Kabana Wakwi, Christian Tembo, Shani, Bafi Penya. Awa Rankani ba Godfrey Mianda. Awo Baya Panga Heritage Party. Epo Fia Pene para Pene. That is how things got messed up. Even this time around, you wouldn't have won, but you would have placed yourself as a credible, big opposition in the next term. You would have positioned yourself by FDD. But with what you have done, messing up Mundubile, you thought, because of selfishness, you messed yourself up. If Brian Mundubile had successfully, stood on FDD, if Brian Mundubile would have been installed FDD president, not if you forgot Mulevika Bachifumbanda, Bachifumbanda, Shani, Joseph Kuitemwa, but to my chairman, Mwambo Kusokoloka. No, I must be an MP, whatever. Selfishness. You have buried FDD. You have buried FDD because, Mundubile with whatever that unknown political party is going with. I mean, if he's even going to succeed to be on the ballot, Katwish, then you have a chink. If he's going to stand, if he's going to manage, and I'm saying this objectively because Mundubile has empowered those who want to chinga him. He has empowered them. He is now in a more weaker position. He is more vulnerable now. Brian Mundubile to be blocked is more vulnerable. He's more vulnerable. And I don't understand why Umuntute president, why he can't just go and contest as independent. Why can't Brian Mundubile just stand as independent? Why? Why is he insisting to stand on a political party when Umuntu has no political party? Mundubile has no political party. Why is he insisting to contest on a political party? Why can't he be realistic? Why can't he be realistic and say, I don't have a party and I'm going to contest as an independent? Why? There are no legal challenges. There are no legal challenges that you can bring up to say, no, whatever. Even the proportional representation that we are talking about can be allotted to a candidate, because that's why they put it, they attach the proportional representation to the presidency. Some people were arguing, whatever. When they were discussing those bills, I was just like, people don't understand. So why is Brian insisting to stand on a political party? Why? He has become more vulnerable now. He has become more vulnerable. He was stronger even when he was trying to stand by FDD. Now with this unknown political party that he has brought, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a big challenge. I don't want to discuss how he can be blocked, because it will be like I'm rigging, or I'm helping those who want, because it's like I'll be arming them. I'll be giving them weapon on how to stop Brian. But the only thing I can tell you is that he has almost disqualified himself by the very fact that he went and changed to say, no, nafumako FDD, na yanomba kunanikane kuli iyi political party, another political party. He has disadvantaged himself. He has almost disqualified himself. Those who ever wanted to block him has got an upper hand. Has got an upper hand than before. Brian is more vulnerable now. I say this truthfully. He's more vulnerable. If he's going to be on the ballot, he has to thank God. He has to thank God. He really has to thank God if he's going to be on the ballot. And the mistake is, it's not about, Hakainde Hichilema, it's not about UPND. It's about Brian himself showing his incapability to step in that chair. He doesn't have the capacity. He's lacking in capacity in many ways. He's lacking in capacity financially. Ababadile ntambo baishire mkulira pa social media. Nshikwe mpia, nsonkerani kwe mpia and whatever. We muntu, you are known to be like the chairperson of social media into a platform for this president. How can somebody who is the big boss for social media come to social media and start complaining to say Nshikwe mpia? Ndechula. How? What does it say about this brand? What does it say about brand? What does it say about brand? That's why I'm telling you, Lydian, you are part of the people. You are part of the people that has failed brand. That what you came and posted to say ndechula. Ntuminani kwa karupia. You contributed. You showed that Mundubile doesn't have the capacity. And I can safely say it here to say Mundubile doesn't have the financial capacity. Why? The evidence is you. You even, afterwards, you even came and started thanking people that responded positively to you. So if they can fail to sponsor you, Lilian Mutambo, they fail to sponsor you. The chair of social media, they fail to sponsor you. They fail to keep you comfortable. How can we say Brian Mundubile can run a campaign nationwide? Let's be serious, guys. Let's be serious. How can we say Brian Mundubile is going to hire those choppers? They are posting vehicles which they are creating AI. But you saw Katushinga Maria Monama highlights. They are imagining vehicles which are not there. I saw somebody matched up brand motoka, ama AI, wale poster. Bale poster ama AI, mule poster ama graphics ya miotoka. Instead of those vehicles being on the ground. To be president, patadi. If you are to be a president, you must go to a level whereby you have at least 2 vehicles in each constituency. 2 vehicles in each constituency. 2 vehicles in each constituency. For you at now fikapo no mbati nimfikapo. You must have at least 2 vehicles, that belong to your campaign, not motoka yako ashima. 2 vehicles that belong to you. And I'll tell you, what is the job of those 2 vehicles? Those are the vehicles that will help you to run around to mobilize people. Those are the vehicles that will help you to be able to monitor elections. And if you have done campaign, if you have done vote managing elections, you would agree with me that even 2 vehicles are not enough. Even 2 vehicles are not enough. But I'm saying at least, even Hakainde Hichilema, ama Mahindra waka kirepo wabena ntuwa nikane, yari yanga mama Mahindra. Ama Hilux yari yanga. Ama motorbikes yari yanga. Injinga shari shinga. Mundubile tabashita pone njinga. By now, ama tracking yari tuwale njinga. mutuma wadi ngashalingire njinga ngashalingire nomba imwe ero mulechita mule drawing mwapanga ma graphics ya miotoka ero mwabika pa social media tamukwetene miotoka tamukwetene miotoka munenonera gratuity kuti yakuisa gratuity not even at a level of an MP. So Ndelande, I'm saying this, I'm talking to you Zambians. I want you to be realistic. I want you to be realistic. I don't want you to have false hopes. I don't want you to have false hopes. I don't want to be delusional. That even to feel a change, oh no, they have come together. They have come together. Hey, they have come together. Variava tanteme padia yesterday. Variava tanteme padia. Vonse variava tanteme padia. Vonse varia va cancel avec. Va cancel avec. Iminyololo shavantu shatantama iminyololo mwanshishwe minyololo worms of people, worms. How can you say no, we have a strong backbone when that backbone is made by worms? Iminyololo shatantama shiri 100. Iminyololo shatantama shiri 100. At yo, we have a strong backbone. They can be in millions. Minyololo. They can never make a backbone. They can never make a backbone. Among all those Abade Tantama, there is not even one politician who can even be half the politician that I am. Among those Tapadi, no, not even one is half Chilyfa Tayali. Padi whatever Nebadia. Tapadi, minyololo shake. You crush them with just like this. In minyololo, you just crush them. You don't even have energy. You don't even have to form a punch. You just have to crush them like that. Minyololo, shaku china kuchina. Uretina fie. Chapwa. Tapadi ne Filipo padia. Tapadi ni ba nani na imwe. Bana tanteme padia. Ni ba nani? Because some of them I respect them as human beings. I respect them. I respect Masaki. Whatever day, I respect Masaki. But at the end of the day, Hamdara Masaki, he was Masaki before Sata came, before HH came on board. HH had was Masaki. How do you push? Masaki would have been the president who would have taken over after Mazoka. But the moment he lost Kuri HH, whichever way you can say no, whatever, at the end of the day, Masaki lost Kuri HH. He's a very good man, a very good leader, and whatever, I admire him. But at the moment, what does he bring? What does he bring? Nga nimbale, ilianga nimbale, imagine at nimbale, mulechita collecta ma politician, uyasonka mo, so, nga mwevika mo Basaki. What weight does it bring? Does it change? Nothing. It will just remain. Tapadi, mwesavika mo Cosmo Mumbo. Nothing. You put nothing. Nothing. And you have been making AI with Brian Makebi. Makebi, I've told you, my position is very clear. Makebi is not any political heavyweight. He's not. Makebi is not. He is not. Makebi mwana ma politics with a soiled diaper. Makebi is a political child with a soiled diaper. nani omwana muli diaper katwishi some of you nga muli bafyashi umwana nga bifya muli diaper yabipa diaper ero naikala ole waisa muimya waimya omwana wamwimya nga na bifya omwana muli diaper muli na bifya waisa muimya munofu akachena fya akachena nangu alitemu abana akachena kalya wakomfu akachena nga pali abantu kuichaida wampera banina I think muwambie nyu mwana Makebi is a child in a diaper, in a soiled diaper. Nga wamwimya Makebi aranunka politically. Aranunka Makebi, nga wamwimya Makebi aranunka. He's not a guy that is politically astute. He's not a guy that you want to say I've partnered with Makebi. No. That guy smells. Ananunka. Anunke chitumbi Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu anunke chitumbi. Anunka arrogancy. Insensate arrogancy. Untamed ambitions. Makebi. He is not a guy that you want to bring close. He's not. You are the worst fool to even think that Makebi Zulu can partner with you. Makebi Zulu asunge chitumbi almost 1 year na chisunga just for him to be president. Ero yo waisa ibati yo nde wombana Makebi. Kwisa kupumpa mukutesa kupumpa mwisha kukupumpa. Po Makebi Zulu. Makebi is dangerous. Makebi is dangerous, and no doubt Makebi Zulu is dangerous. He's not a guy that you can bring close. Alanunka Makebi, alanunka. And the chena chakwe can only be entertained by desperate people like Brian Mundubile. Brian Mundubile is desperate. That's why he's entertaining Makebi. He knows Ngalala Brian Mundubile, no kwalelala. He cannot sleep. Not knowing where what Makebi Zulu is doing. No one at the moment, no one can trust Makebi Zulu at the moment unless wakawalala banankwe. His partners in crime tunachandaka wetuja. Those are the only ones, because nwakawalala bamubene baya. Abaresunge chitumbi chakwa lungu. Ichitumbi chakwa lungu lelo chiri mumochari almost 1 year because of Makebi Zulu. And Makebi Zulu, I said it, I told you people. And so mundekeko ndande kofe mundekeko mumpera kofe freedom panono ayi mumpera kofe freedom panono ndande pantundesa na kuliba UPN. Makebi Zulu, I said it, Makebi. I told people this guy is dangerous. I told people Bantuanikani Bamumbipiri would attest to this. Even Brian himself would attest to this, and the other people. And I'm mentioning Bamumbipiri. Now Brian, I'm mentioning them because these are outspoken politicians. These are outspoken politicians, and I'm sure they don't mind. It's not that I'm disclosing if you're whatever, there is something private, but I went kuliba mumbipiri. Kunganda kuliba mumbipiri. I told Mumbipiri. When Balungu told me to say Balefwaya Makebi, not Balungu didn't tell me directly though. Balungu didn't tell me directly. You know, Balungu was very, you know, you would never say something unless he is sure that you agree with him. So Pani Makebi Zulu, Balungu never came out himself to tell me Balefwaya Makebi. No. But they used others to talk to me. They used others to tell me about Makebi. And I heard it in the grapevine how they were planning that Makebi should take over. I was in Zambia then. Paliwa Mumbipiri, Valungu told me, no, Chilyfa ikomo anakashi shan, and I knew Valenda Paliwa Mumbipiri. I went kunganda kuliwa Mumbipiri. I phoned Mumbipiri. And I went and I told her, Munganda Mumwavo, on her sofas, very nice sofas. She has got very nice sofas that she bought. Punefia Muteng. To I kere Munganda, Paf Punefi Sumasol. I told her, Balungu Barefua, Vice President, but President Barefua, Makebi. Shani. She tried to convince me. I said no. Makebi, no. I said it. I mentioned and I told you Makebi, no. There is another person that also called me and told me. Others I'm not going to mention their names. And I told them, Makebi, no. Makebi is immature. Makebi he is not generous. I used to tell people way back. In South Africa, after Balungu Bafwa, the people that I was talking to, some of these people who were even my sponsors, I told them, if you feel like stick out South Africa, Mingala Toshakwa Makebi. And one of these men, a man that I respect, again, no matter what happens, I respect them. So some of these people, out of my respect, I don't mention them. And this man was insisting on phone. No, Shan, he feel like because I'm not going to sit back. No, Waishbashan, hey, who told you that Makebi Zulu wants to stand? Hey, Waishbashan, Yahweh, whatever. Today this man doesn't talk to me, but I'm sure wherever he sits, he has seen what I was talking about. I'm sure wherever he is, I wish I could mention his name, but wherever he is sitting, he has seen, he has believed me. I saw it, and today, look where we are. Where are we? Even some of you were telling me, who told you that Makebi Zulu wants this? Who told you? And I was insisting. Tapaba if you about your balungo for fire, balungo for vale fire. Tapaba, there is nothing like that. There is nothing that Balungu has said. No, he doesn't want Hakainde Hichilema. No, there is nothing like that in them here, but there is nothing. There is nothing like that. All these things that has been happening are the plots of Makebi Zulu signed by Vaesta Lungu. Signed by Vaesta Lungu. You don't like it when I mention Vaesta Lungu. You knew I'm come through and I'm come. No, signed by Vaesta Lungu. And these things I'm saying this, I want to say it here by UPND. It is also happening in UPND. It is also happening in UPND, and I'm going to say this. I'm saying this out of a pure heart. Out of a pure heart. Whether you are going to hate me for it, I don't mind. God is the one that looks after me. It is also happening in UPND. What Makebi Zulu? There is a Makebi Zulu in UPND. There is a Makebi Zulu in UPND in the name of Jito Kayumba. Jito Kayumba is the Makebi Zulu of UPND. And it's not only Jito, so to say, but I'm mentioning Jito because Jito na pulamongo muno apakati. There are others who have been planning. There are others who have been talking. There are people in UPND who are so selfish that they are busy talking about the succession of Hakainde Hichilema, when Hakainde Hichilema is battling with the second term. Right now, Hakainde Hichilema napiba, Hakainde Hichilema napiba, na monefma nominations na fikokola because Hakainde Hichilema napiba to choose people that should be nominated. And as much as Hakainde Hichilema napiba alepiba alefo ayaba ko batibemi na batuntulu, there are corners. And I don't talk from without. I'm talking, there are people that have hinted to me, and I can tell. People that have hinted about the party succession. There are people that go on for muntu amulolesha chiwe. Na wale for president. Makebi Zulu. I saw Makebi Zulu way before, when he invited me for tea at 3 trees. At 3 trees. This is a long time ago. I've got an elephant brain, Mundwandi. An elephant brain. I remember and I pay attention to details. I check people. Ndaba checking anamumona ndeshiwa uyu muntu ale yakwisa. Even what is happening to my family, if only I were to be honest and talk about it, I saw it from day one. From the first day that I met my wife, I could predict whatever is going on. But those are not stories I can tell you. But anyway, the thing is that I am able to see people from afar. Hakainde Hichilema. Some of you were busy saying, hey, but you were criticizing Hakainde Hichilema. I at one point, I actually revealed it. I told people to say, this man is going to take over. And I was helping Walungu. Because nalimona to you. Uyumuntu. Akawanukula wa PF. Whilst they were busy, whatever, ignoring HH, underrating HH, I didn't underrate HH. That's why you saw me talking about HH all the time. Because I didn't underrate him. And I must admit, some of the damage, some of the bad reputation that HH inherited, I contributed. And to be honest, I was doing the politics. Because I saw. The point I'm trying to make is that I can see things from afar. I can see Makebi Zulu, I saw him from afar. And even when they brought him up to say this, I refused. It is the same thing that I'm talking about Jito. I am saying this, I'm saying it with all my heart, just being me. Jito is dangerous. By UPND, Jito is dangerous. Hakainde Hichilema, Jito Kayumba is dangerous. Is dangerous. Jito is the Makebi of UPND. Jito. He's the Makebi of UPND. Jito is looking like is helping Hakainde Hichilema. No, Jito is not helping Hakainde Hichilema. Jito is positioning himself. And he's so dangerous that he can't read that this is a wrong time. He doesn't see it. But look at the videos. Analyze his videos. You would see that this guy is a dangerous guy. You would see. It is not bad to be ambitious. It's not bad. It's not bad to be ambitious. But you need to assess the situation. You need to, a good person knows when to jump. We all remember that Jito has brains. He has brains, yes. He has brains. He is a very brilliant guy. But unfortunately, ambition is like an animal in people. Ambition is like an animal in people. It is like a sex drive. You know, it is like a sex drive. Yes, very good. I can see. I love Jito. Yes, very good. Very good. How do you love Jito? What has made you to love Jito? What has made you to love Jito? Jito is the advisor to the president. He is the advisor to the president. He is supposed to be marketing Hakainde Hichilema, full stop. But he markets Hakainde Hichilema. He uses the platform of Hakainde Hichilema to market himself. I don't care whether Hakainde Hichilema agrees with me. I don't care. Or whoever agrees with me. I don't care. I don't care. I'm giving my free mind about this issue. And it's not that I hate the guy. No, I don't know the guy. And it's not that I'm being jealous of the guy. No, not at all. Not at all. I've got my line. This is my line. And nobody will take over from me this line. Nobody. This is my line. This is what I do. This is what I'm known for. This is my gift. Jito will not come here. No one will come here. No one. This is me. When Chilyfa Tayali is talking, it's Chilyfa Tayali. That is Chilyfa Tayali talking. It is not Jito, it is me talking. I use my gift, the gift that God has given me. And nobody can take that gift away from me. You can only jail me. You can only send me in exile. You can only send me in exile. But even in exile, here I am, I'm still talking. I'm still talking. I'm still talking. Even in prison, I can still talk. I'll still talk. I use my gift. I know who I am. I know my weaknesses. I know my strength. So I've got no time to fight others. So here when I'm talking, I am simply stating facts as they are. Jito is a dangerous boy because he does not measure his ambitions. And you see, where he becomes dangerous is where he points at others to say they are jealous of him. They are fighting him. That is a defense. How do you all of a sudden start saying there are people who are jealous of me? There are people who are fighting me. You are part of the team. You are part of the team. You can't be part of the presidential team and be saying others are fighting me. Others are jealous of me. I am better than others. You are part of a presidential team. You are part of a presidential team. As a presidential team, you don't come up. There are guys that are on the presidential team who I wish I could mention their names, but I don't want to put them because whatever. No. If you are part of a presidential team, it is not your name that should grow higher. Why is it that you people, why is it that the name of Jito is becoming pronounced? More pronounced than even the political advisor, because if there is a name that should come out at least pronounced, is a political advisor. What is the job of Jito? I love Jito. I love Jito. What is the job of Jito? What is the job of Jito? That he should be pronounced. Why? Is it Hakainde Hichilema's plan? Because Hakainde Hichilema, himself as well as a leader, should be able to see people, should be able to profile people. And when you see people trying to go ahead of you, you don't have to tolerate that. You don't have to tolerate that. The leadership rules don't agree. If you are the leader, there should be no one among your pegs, among your assistants, who should be walking ahead of you. They say when the king is walking, you don't walk ahead of him. It is symbolic. He has to lead. So none of you, the assistant, should go ahead in a pretense of showing the way, in a pretext of being the usher. No. Stay behind. Stay behind. What is the position of Jito? And look back. Which economic advisor was busy, creating a platform and campaigning, showing, helping people. So tinawanzanga pano State House tinavalendo. What are you doing? Every day tinavalendo. Apa so natengako ka lifti mumotoka. Ero ine ndakonka wanduka. Ndakonka. I follow people. I profile people, I look at people, I want to get into the heads of people. And today, I've decided to tell you, it's not the first time, but believe you me, in future, mukesaibu kisha hii video. In future, mukesaibu kisha hii video on the confusion that Jito will cause. Jito is not building HH. Jito is trying to build himself, but he will destroy Hakainde Hichilema. I say this, and I don't care what you think, because tomorrow you will see the situation of Makebi Zulu. Tomorrow you will see the situation of Makebi Zulu. Jito is just one of those people. But that is dangerous, because you can't have a person is going for the second term, is struggling to get into the second term, and you launch your own campaign. Jito launched this campaign before. Some of these people that are on social media talking about Jito, they have been employed by Jito. They are being funded by Jito. I've got people that are helping me in UPND. I've got people that are helping me in UPND. And these people, I cannot even dare mention them. Because never at once have they even said, no, Tayali, talk about this. Never. 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 Never, 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 never. I can't even mention their names. You don't see them. Even when I mention them to other people, who is that? I don't want, like I'm saying, I don't want to start mentioning this one and that one. Yeah? Look at even this Hamasaka. Hamasaka, I mean, he is supposed to be a PR for the president. Do you see Hamasaka launching a video? Do you see that? Political advisor. What is his name? What is his name? This political advisor. What is this what is his name? The name political advisor. Political advisor. Political advisor. Political advisor of church. Ishinali there. I didn't know you. Akaka gaya kananyaka. 11 Ngoma, thank you. 11 Ngoma. 11 Ngoma is a political advisor. And if there is anyone that he should be seen and be popular, it's 11 Ngoma. But did you see 11 Ngoma making those videos, hiring? Jito has a studio with advisors, a full function of a studio that is there to market him. Imagine if 11 Ngoma was doing that. Why is 11 Ngoma not doing that? Why is Uyunan Kane Hamasaka not doing that? He's a PR president. Eh? He's a PR. Why is he not doing that? So, in Alanda here, because it has been bothering me, because the characteristics that I'm seeing in Jito, they are the characteristics that are in people like Makebi Zulu. Ambition. I want to be president. But some of you ask me, Tayali, why don't you talk about your political party? Why don't you talk about your vision? I've got a vision about Zambia. But look, if I'm supporting Hakainde Hichilema, I should freeze all those whatever, and I should just follow Hakainde Hichilema. When I'm talking, it's Hakainde Hichilema, Hakainde Hichilema, Hakainde Hichilema, Hakainde Hichilema. That is the man I'm supporting. I should not be coming here like an opposition when I'm supporting Hakainde Hichilema. Some of these politicians, like look at what Dr. Nevas Mumba. But Dr. Nevas Mumba is is a very ambitious man. But Dr. Nevas Mumba is a very ambitious man. But did you see what Dr. Nevas Mumba positioning himself like Jito? Eh? No. When you see Nevas Mumba talking, you can clearly see who he is supporting. Those are people who have learned what it means to support and how you support somebody. But Dr. Nevas Mumba is a very ambitious man, But look at how he conducts himself. And he has even been a vice president before. He has even got an international platform by Nevas Mumba. First of all, as an evangelist. But Nevas Mumba is highly respected in different countries as an evangelist. But Nevas Mumba is respected. But Nevas Mumba made an impact when he was a diplomat in Canada. He made an impact. But you don't see Nevas Mumba coming out the way your Jito is coming out. That boy is unbridled. That boy, he has got an incessant appetite for power. And he doesn't know when to flaunt it. He doesn't know when to flash. Chimo kwati maule, because okay, inenda jiringa na maule. Chimo kwati maule, amaule. Na wamona pali big buyer, pali chinondo. Amaule aba changera. They know when to flash. Yeah. Kwali like Amasle Queens. Amasle Queens, balabale bonfyako bananikane ba PF. Ba PF. Amasle Queens. If you see Amasle Queens, pali Amasle Queens, wama politicians. A business yavo. Then they sell themselves to politicians. Mu Zambia, twalikwata click yama ule yama politicians. Twalikwata maule class apo baba feso. Kutimwa wapenda nani epo baba feso. But kwali baba ya maule balya abashayishiba when to flash. And they flash at the wrong time and they don't make the most. But kwali baba la changera such that when balabya pakulu. But when you look at them, mirimba, that odd meat, yeah, kawati, nangumwa ipika na chinata ikwete. But because of the way they sell themselves, they get a good market, and they make good money. Vajito, but what needed a chipa trying to come out, because Jito is nobody without the presidential appointment. Jito is nobody without a presidential appointment. He's nobody without a presidential appointment. Hakainde Hichilema nga bafumyapo appointment yakwe Jito nishapwa. He's not like some of us. That's why in there you feel like, don't think that I'm jealous of Jito. No. I'm a self-made guy. I'm here. You are watching me. You know me. You don't know me because of Hakainde Hichilema. I've never been appointed. I've never been in government. But you know me. I've got an impact because of me. The gifts that God has given me. But Jito, without appointment yakwa Hakainde Hichilema, Jito is nowhere. You know Jito because of appointment yaba Hakainde Hichilema, and he's parasiting on that. He's parasiting on that. Bali mupera position, and he's using that position to market himself. That is why you know him. Economic advisor. Go around the world, check around the presidents. You won't know the economic advisor. You won't know the economic advisor. An economic advisor is not a PR for the president. Is not a political advisor for the president. An economic advisor is supposed to be reading the economic trends, the figures, and advising the president in the background, and allowing the president to come out and shine. Not him coming up to shine. No, he is a problem. He is a problem, and he has hired the people to market him. They are busy marketing him. But Jito is not a politician. Jito is not a politician. He is not. Just like Makebi Zulu is not a politician. Jito, you are talking about Jito because of the presidential appointment. Makebi Zulu, you are talking about Makebi Zulu because of Ichitumbi Chawa Lungu. Without Ichitumbi Chawa Lungu, you cannot talk about Makebi Zulu. You cannot talk about Makebi Zulu. You can't. So Makebi Zulu doesn't bring any fortunes to Brian Mundubile. What he brings is headaches. What he brings is a bad smell. Jito, unless those of you who are eating from Jito, but some of us who don't care, who rely on God, we don't care. If you want, you can cut your support. But we remain who we are. We remain who we are. We will tell you the truth. We will tell you the truth. If I agree with you, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm not a turncoat. I'm not duplicitous. No. I'm not. I will tell you what it is. Even Hakainde Hichilema, he should know. If he has to consider me for anything, he should know that I will tell him the truth. I will tell him the truth. I will say things as it is. If I'm supporting him, I'm supporting him. If I'm not, I'm not. If I don't agree with him, I don't agree with him. I'll say it. And my loyalty should not be questioned. Mundubile, I'm not eating anything from Mundubile, but I still remain respectful of Mundubile. Even others that have helped me, I still respect them. I'm not a turncoat. Jito is a problem. And unless Hakainde Hichilema steps in to stop this nonsense, one day Hakainde Hichilema, you will remember me. One day Hakainde Hichilema, on Jito, you will say, that guy said it. You don't need, in the law of power, you don't need a guy that goes ahead of you. You don't need a guy that wants to shine, taking advantage of the position that you have given him. You don't. You don't. If Jito has got good ideas about media, whatever, he should have been working with those who are in the presidential PR. There are people who are in the presidential PR. So if he has got good ideas and is a team player, Jito would have advise those who are in the presidential team to sell the president, he would have been advising them. He would have been advising them. And they would have been the one bringing bringing Hakainde Hichilema on the spotlight. Hakainde Hichilema, he's being hoodwinked, whatever shinga, bata pamenso. As if Jito is profiling him, is marketing him. Jito is marketing himself. Jito is dangerous. I say it, whatever, how you take what I've said. Of course, I'm human. I could be wrong, but at least I've given you my side. The bottom line is that what I was talking, I've said this as a by the way, I've digressed, but the issue I was saying is that Brian Mundubile is not ready to rule. And the combination of Brian Mundubile and Makebi Zulu is bluff. The combination of Makebi Zulu and Brian is bluff. It can't take us anywhere. It is a dangerous combination. Dangerous. If at all it can even exist, because it is not there. Brian, wherever he's sleeping, he knows he cannot trust him. He cannot trust Makebi Zulu. He knows he can't trust Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu, wherever he is, he's like a serpent. He's like a serpent planning. Makebi Zulu is not sitting with all those guys. He's not. Makebi Zulu is not sitting with all those guys. Makebi Zulu, look at his eyes when he's sitting. Look at his posture when he's sitting. He doesn't look at his friends and embrace them as a colleague. Makebi Zulu is always sitting focused like a snake. You watch the videos. Body language. Body language is big. Body language is big. You know, body language is very big. That's why in other countries, and if I can talk about my presidency, I will employ psychologists to be profiling people. In America, developed countries, in Russia, they have got people that they employ. Their job is that to be profiling people, studying people. Even in organizations, I'm a psychologist. That's why we have got a school of psychologists. Yeah? Those psychologists, I'm a psychologist. They study behavior. They are able to see, hey, what is going on, and you should have such people. It's just to be profiling people. When I will be president, and for now I've got those ambitions. I would advise Hakainde Hichilema to employ a psychologist the way he employed at Nanyulia. They created a position for somebody to help him with doctor whatever. COVID, there is a job, a position which was created. Another job should be created to be reading psychologists, so that once in the Turelanda Ale to Tamba and is able to write a report in the morning. No, Tayali, I was watching Tayali yesterday. He's saying he's supporting you, but from my point of view, as a psychologist, Tayali is pretending. Tayali is just stressed. You know, you need these people. These people are very important. Psychology is very important. And if I'm lying, you can subject Jito's social media platform and all these people that are, because there are a number of people that are Jito, profile them, bring them together, and give them to a psychologist. Give them to a psychologist and let him analyze. There are those people. They start with a body language. No, when Trump came out, when he greeted, how he shook the hand. They talk about these things. How he was dressed, they talk about these things. How he was walking, they talk about these things. Hakainde Hichilema, why do you think Hakainde Hichilema, they are paying attention to him? He has got a posture, he has got that confidence, he inspires confidence when he's walking, when he's talking. So, don't just take things for granted. So Makebi Zulu is not in that marriage. Makebi Zulu is not with all those. Makebi Zulu is looking forward all the time. Karole shakuntanshi. Na kesula na menso. Because his focus, it's not here. His focus. You can even see how unprepared he is. You know, Brian is a good guy. He's a good guy. But maybe too good for politics. Maybe too good for politics. Makebi Zulu, forget it. There is nothing there. Bottom line, you can think whatever you think. We don't have leaders. We don't have a leader that can take over. We don't have, unless you don't like Zambia. And some of you are thinking that, oh, ngapaiso yunkari yako, tapali o mukari yako. Tapali o mukari yako. Even tapali, I've already seen it. Even if Brian was to become president today, if Brian became president, let me tell you, if Brian became president, my chances of coming back are thrown through the window. Are thrown through the window. If Brian became president, we are out. So if you are talking about even, you know, for my personal benefit, I can't trust Brian. He's too weak. He's too weak. Brian, who is failing to control Ichichi Lilian. Lilian, I can never have Lilian talking the way he does. She does. I can't. Brian is not in control of his people. He's not in control of his people. Brian is too good. That's what I'm saying. He's too good to be a politician. So he can be president, but other guys who fix me. Some of you even now, you talk about, hey, Tayali, come back, Tayali, come back. If you must know, I am good to come back home. I am good to come back home. And you talk about HH, it's not about HH. I fear people like Venagito. Those are the people I fear. Those are the people I fear, because those people, they are in positions to call police officers, and the police will listen. He's a presidential appointee. He's a presidential appointee. Those are the people. If in Naranda Parijito, if I were in Zambia, my Rojito would have been sending money to some police officers at force headquarters. Hey, sort out Tayali. So sometimes it's not the president. There are so many people that can do things in the name of the president. I was being arrested during the time of Baedi Garumbi. Sometimes, one time I was arrested because of a slave queen. Because of a slave queen ordered Wakapokola. Because that was a weakness also of Valungu. Valungu made government so weak that Wakapokola, they were listening to slave queens. Valaka, bapitira kumokuine, Wakapokola, mukamwikate nyudia. And the slave queen is busy saying, tafume ulia, tafume, kanofendande ne, tafume. Iwe slave queen ne chisunsu nyafye. Uteke chalo, uteke wantu mkariati. Murandu wa chisunsu nya. That was weakness. That was weakness. And Hakainde Hichilema, don't be that weak. Don't reflect that weakness. Don't let people use your presidency to do certain things. No, don't. You are the president. Let no one paste on parasitize on that. Don't let anyone to be a parasite of that. You are the president. This election, you are the one who has gone almost unopposed. Many people, majority Zambians, they are okay with you. They are okay with your presidency. They are not okay with you because of Jito. They are not okay with you because of Levin Goma. They are not okay with you because of whoever. No, they are okay with you because of your leadership, because of the way you are inspiring, because of the way you are leading the country. All these guys, they are feasting on your goodwill. But don't allow it to come and divide you. Because in this, if people are discussing post Hakainde Hichilema, that is very dangerous. It should not come at all. It should not come until when it is happening. It is not happening now. You are the president, Hakainde Hichilema. You are the president, and you are coming back. When you come back, don't allow people to go ahead of you. Don't allow people to start talking about after Hakainde Hichilema. Yes, we have got 2 terms and whatever. But those are just laws which we made. I'm not saying no, whatever. I'm not saying, but it is just wrong. And I've said it in good faith. I've said it in good faith. I know some people will not be happy, but thank God I'm out of the country. Because if I were in the country, I would have had people following me for having said what I've said. And I know that is what many people fear about me. That's why even some people don't want me to come in the country, because, you know, they know that Tayali at any point he can just say whatever it is. And I'm telling you, I have no regrets. No, I have no regrets. I have no regrets for being who I am. Anyway, I understand. The bottom line for Hakainde Hichilema, we don't have another person. And even touching on Ayama nominations, let me just say something about this, because the list is coming out. If it won't come out by midnight, tomorrow you are having the list, no doubt. The list has been done. But there are some people that were not adopted, and some people who were not supposed to be adopted. And if I could say a little bit more, there has been too much flexibility, twisting the arm of the president, twisting the arm. There are some people, maybe, I think, let me leave there now. I think let me leave you. Let me not discuss that. It's okay. That one I'll just leave. All I will tell you is that if you want to be adopted, please maintain discipline. Believe me, maintain discipline. If you want to be adopted, maintain discipline. UPND is the party that we have now. Moneni. Ama nominations, nominations would have also been coming from the opposition. But now, UPND is as good as a one party now. We are as good as a one party. And not that I'm saying this in the negative sense. In a positive sense. We have one party which is strong. So, if you are not adopted, where are you going? You should think twice. UPND is a strong party, and it's gonna be stronger in the next term. UPND is the strongest party. We are as good as in one party state. Not in the negative. I'm not saying it in the negative. I'm saying it for you to realize. UPND is the strongest political party. There is no party that is coming anywhere close to UPND. So, if you betray UPND, if you defile UPND, you are UPND. I'm not UPND. I'm not UPND For your information, I'm not UPND, and I'm not going to be UPND. No, I'm not. I'm going to remain Economic and Equity Party. I formed a political party. There is no way I'm just going to abandon my political party and join UPND. No. Mungu mfuikishe. Mungu mfuikishe. I formed a political party on an ideology. So there is no way I'm going to leave my party and join UPND. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I will remain UPA. I will remain Economic and Equity Party. But you, if you have joined UPND, you have joined UPND. If you have joined UPND, you have joined UPND. If you applied to be adopted under UPND, you are UPND. And if you are not adopted, don't grow big-headed. Don't grow big-headed to think of going as an independent. No. Don't grow big-headed to think of going an independent. You'll be jeopardizing your political future. You'll be jeopardizing your political future. And I want to advise UPND that where there will be independents, especially those coming from UPND, make sure that you put all the resources, all the machinery to make sure that the independency fail. We have got a very good system now. Proportional representation, whatever. We don't need independence. We don't need. We don't need independence, especially those who are coming from other political parties, those who are being frustrated. No. Other people, just those who want to, from civil society, it's okay. But whatever Chisanguka, we should not allow them to succeed. All those of you who applied to be adopted as UPND, make sure if they are going to contest, make sure you do everything in the political book, if it exists. Because there is no comprehensive political book. No, there is nothing. Every day, there is something new in politics. So do everything, even something which is new, even something which has never been done, to ensure that the independence fail. And for me, I will be campaigning against it. I will focus on the independence to make sure they fail. I will make sure that I bring you on the spotlight to make sure you fail. Don't go as independents. It's the best advice I give you, a friendly advice. Your political future will be spared. If you go as an independent, you'll be jeopardizing your political future. Government is very big. Government is very big. It is not only those who are in parliament who save. There are many positions where you can save. There are many positions. And if you stay loyal to UPND, you just never know. You just never know. You just never know. You will be happy. So please, don't go as independent. And it is a friendly advice. It is a friendly advice. The party has really struggled. That's why up to now, the list has not come out, because they have been trying to accommodate. There are so many people who were fit to contest in those positions. So many people. You find that four of them, they are good. How do you pick one? It has been very difficult. That's why UPND has been struggling. Because they have got good candidates. 4 of them, they are good. Who do you pick? So, it has been difficult. But those of you who will not be picked, whether you are a senior member, whether you are what, I encourage you, just recruit yourself to be part of the presidential team and campaign for the president. Campaign for the president, that's all. Don't go as independent in Demieva. You will not survive. I will make sure. I'll be making phone calls. And if you think I'm small, you are joking. If you think I'm small, I'll be making phone calls, making sure that wherever you are, you fail, so that your political future stumbles. I'm opening phone lines. Naranda Sanarero. Please, Yarafma. By tomorrow morning, you will have the list. So, put you on to me on my phone. Mulandeko. But we can't even meet him. Don't even bother yourself. No, they have united. At Zambians have told us that we are winning. Where? Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes, Mr. Tayali, I really appreciate the topic that you have brought today, especially, some of us who were blindfolded. We never knew anything, about Jito, but from explanation, you could really tell. There are videos that Jito has posted from around that are though never even the picture of Hakainde Hichilema. It's about himself, He appears as if he's the president, and he appears as if he's the one that is doing all those things, all those economic empowerment and everything. He appears, the truth is, we're going to have another Makibizuru. The earlier the president realizes that, the better for all of us. Because some of us, what we are thinking? We are thinking like, Wajito, president, you are trained, but it's a dangerous move, It's a dangerous move. It will bring a lot of confusion. We have people like Max Tumuri, we have Levin Goma, we have all those guys, big guys. Tell me any of those guys that has come up with a video like those videos when it's like When it's like because they are sponsored.
Yes.
Why can't you say a president Wabuela? Why should you say Wajito?
No.
It's very confusing, and Tayari, what you have said, especially the relation between Jito and Makebizuru, is a very important one. Even those that would want to say, Jito was being trained, they would realize that this is just a serpent that we are training. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. And even when the president has said, I want you to take over, you don't come out the way Jito is doing. You don't. You need to move with others. Where Jito becomes dangerous is that Alepula Mongo Munua Pakati is coming out like a middle finger, and he even dares to say he's special. He's special. Pantu Jito no Mwanga Shitanwa. Pantu Nava Nakashitabe Shiva. Chavana Shan, you a guy. Jito, Bali Ate Buisha, Iwe. And you can't tell me that those boys are doing those things from without. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali.
Yes.
Yes, this is Satya calling you from Kalala.
Yes.
But, Mr. Tayali, I do agree with you what you are saying. Many people can misquote you, whereby when you are objective, they can be thinking like you are against those people you are speaking about. But I love what my father said. He said that what you can see when you are on the mountain and the praise fasting for 40 days, your father can see it. Meanwhile, he's just seated down the mountain. The simply means what you are saying, you can be able to analyze the movement of the upcoming politicians. So I really love how you have narrated. Otherwise, I'm very proud with you, Mr. Tayali. We are learning not only in politics, but also in other leadership, whereby once it may be how you can apply it. Otherwise, what you are saying, we are learning, sir, continue, and I believe and I really proud that we are really very tamba. And I believe she's learning one or two things. Thank you, sir. I love you.
Thank you, my brother. Hello.
Hello, Tayali. How are you today?
I'm okay. Bashukuru bantu mulishana na imu.
I'm going to South Africa. Yeah, naturally, come to Mundubile. It's on this material that we turn to see material the way that Brian Mundubile na balisha baba president mwesugiji. Onoka baba kufa president, like you say, that is very, very true. No, but even Bakilanda Kamano Yahweh Katashinguru Pekos. And you said that Brian Mundubile Maba Pontre na Mokubaposa Pansalan. Kwa mano kwa muntu wangi kila kintu tekikalana na ikati takwesi nayo ine nantoso mutendo kutila kati nangusera njika nali bapera muri wa 3 minutes abapera kati ni kama wapangiye kwa mano ya musango pantu ni mamo task
so bashukuru bantu ishilemika tapaka na bashukuru bantu pano ndelanda kuti nafumye nangu phone so kuti namiranga kairi mwalishwa ama phone yalalangati ili ya kola record. I can show you Brian Mundubile tanja sukama phone, Brian Mundubile tanja sukama text messages. So bamu abantu nangu fimwe fintu njisamukulanda pano ni mulandu wako webati wafiro okulanda na bali abantu waesha taule vale tabale kwa suka fimwe fintu tachachine taufile waisafireta pabweru fimwe fintu you can advise your friends kumbali nomba bana obenga taule ule batumina phone tabale kwa suka waba tumina messages tabale kwa suka. What do you do? What do you do? So awa brand ndelanda pano ni pamwera pano na phone kuti namiranga ba brand ine tabanja sukama phone ba brand but na fiance whatever negative I'm saying, it is not out of bitterness to say yo pantu brand ndalanda na ine ndalanda lyonso kwati brand muntu wa iminine na ine ilo nali mu mafia and brand mu nandi so nangulelo tanja swikama phone ine still I maintain brand is my friend and I say it openly. Pantu na mailo limbinga isanga mu buteko elo abantu bakale bati taufira okulanda na brand awe nkalanda nangu na brand nangu ni mu office nangu na ba minister nkamtumina brand ndi mu office sasa omboneko ndefu abantu beshibe
yoi na mwalande ukana suka mafoni yale ngena bakatenjewe ufiro kutenda nani constituency alafu nini people wanted to penetrate my device but to go and talk to Katenjewe shale shupa. My politics, you cannot have a permanent enemy. Sometimes you have to be open even to learning so that you won't actually don't panga. So if I just took run up on you, why didn't you advise him? Number, since he couldn't open up himself to you and have a dialogue with two of you, now for.
Not totally. How? Me, I'm not malicious, and I am not diabolical. No. What I do, it's not just to say I want to embarrass people, I want to attack people. No. I just come out. Even issue yakwa jito na landa po. It's just that it is getting out of hand. I spoke about it some time back, but it has continued. And what is upsetting is that when we are busy campaigning for Hakainde Hichilema. Ine pano bushiku. This is 04. Ndebu ataira supporting Hakainde Hichilema, pushing Hakainde Hichilema. Ero nde tamba ma video ya kwa muntu umbi ale ichita campaign trying to position himself. What is that? It's not that I want to take over from Hakainde Hichilema. No. My ambitions, I have put them in God. And I don't lose sleep about becoming president. I don't lose sleep. Me, I just want to live today and live, well, help others. That's all I want. About becoming president, that is another issue. So I've got no problem with somebody wanting to become president, even ahead of me. No problem. I don't mind. What I'm against is where somebody is investing in himself when everybody else is trying to prop up Hakainde Hichilema. That is why I'm even talking about you cannot, at this point in time, we are fighting for Hakainde Hichilema to go into the next step. Anyway, you are busy profiling yourself. You are busy, trying to show people that you can be the one. However, Nakana-san. And my criticism is not just on Jito, it's also on the president, because the president is the president, and he should be able to see these things. If Hakainde Hichilema cannot see that one of his is going out of line, he should be able to check him. I mean, those videos are too apparent, and you can't tell me that all those who campaign for Jito, they are doing it for the love of Jito. Who is Jito? Who is Jito? You cannot tell me that they are doing it for the love of Hakainde Hichilema. No. We know how it works. I know when people have eaten and when they have not eaten. I know. I've been in this business. I know how it works. And I know some of these individuals. I know them. I know how they operate. Even when they come out, the other day, what's happening about winter? Because I know about winter coming. When something is not right, I am able to see. Namona the interview about winter na ishiba. Pari uwafia. Ba winter na wakwato uwafia. Nde shiba. I know. I've been in this business. I know how this business runs. I know very well. So no one can lie to me that no, somebody's just coming up from nowhere making those videos for Jito. No ways. No, it doesn't work out like that. But President Hakainde Hichilema needs to see these things. He needs to nip them off the bud before they bloom or they blossom into some ripe fruit which is bad, which is toxic. Before we have the situation of Makebi Zulu. We have the situation of Makebi Zulu because people allowed this. They massaged it. They massaged it. They were beating about the bush. Look at Given Lubinda. Given Lubinda, wherever he's sitting today, I'm sure he agrees with me. Given Lubinda knows now. Given Lubinda, he has seen it. Because these are some of the people that, again, that were massaging the truth, that were skating around the truth, around Makebi Zulu. Today, Given Lubinda has been sent to be sharing maize. Given Lubinda now is just sharing maize. Because of Makebi Zulu. And yet, Given Lubinda is the one that held PF. He held PF, for a longest time. The challenges of PF, Given Lubinda, in his own way, managed them. But today, where is Given? Because they massaged the truth. They were skating. I went to Kuliba Given. Kunganda Kumwao. And I told you Given, are you okay with what is going on? Are you okay? But he didn't have the courage to face Walungu then. He didn't have the courage to face Walungu. In a way, I told you about Given, but Given will tell you, I told you Given, don't you think you are being used here? But he was too loyal. He was too loyal. No, me. Where are you Given today? Where are you? You remember when I came to your house? You remember what I told you. Where are you? Those of you who were saying, no, Makebi. You have seen today. What has Makebi done? Makebi has contributed to the fall of PF. The people who have destroyed the PF, Mao Sampa and Makebi Zulu. These are the people that have destroyed the PF to ashes. Mao Sampa and Makebi Zulu. These two should go in the history of our books as people that destroyed the party that SATA formed. The party that SATA fought so hard to put into government. They came. Of course, Nabalungu. These people. Balungu, Mao Sampa, Balungu, Makebi Zulu. These people, if SATA was to wake up, I would tell him to say, beat these guys. I would tell SATA to say, beat these guys. Balungu, Mao Sampa, and Makebi Zulu. These three, they are the ones that have destroyed PF. They are the ones, and I will say it, even in my grave, I will say it. These three, they have destroyed. My advice now is to UPND, particularly to President Hakainde Hichilema. Be the president. Be the president. People love you. You are going to win this election. Not because of whoever. You are winning this election because of you, Hakainde Hichilema. Because of you, Hakainde Hichilema, you are winning this election. When you come on the other side, be the president. Don't allow people to use the presidency the way others use the presidency. The way it happened to Kuli Edgar Lungu. I mean, for me, I used to fear you. I used to think you are a very strong man, a callous man. That's what I used to think. But from what I've seen, you are a very soft man. From the leadership we have had, you are a very soft man. And sometimes you even bend, too much. Sometimes you even bend too much. Even Kuma adoptions. One good example is Kuma adoption. I know Hakainde Hichilema, if you are watching, you are agreeing with me. I'm not saying you should change the list, but they are in that list of yours. I've got ears. I've heard what is going on. There are people that you have taken because of your softness. Because of your softness. And I just pray that those people, they don't tumble in the elections. I just pray that they don't tumble in the election. But again, I think maybe I should end there because but Hakainde Hichilema, for tonight, from the bottom of my heart, I want to tell you, Hakainde Hichilema, be the president. Especially when you come back, be the president. Be the president. Put your foot down. Tell people for who they are. Tell them to their faces. I mean, we've got different characters. I know we have got different characters, but you know that Hakainde Hichilema, some of your ministers who ended up to the end, you know that some of them, they didn't need to be there until the end. You know Hakainde Hichilema, you know some of your ministers, you know some of your ministers were corrupt, but you were soft. I really thought Hakainde Hichilema is a very tough guy. A lot of you people think that Hakainde Hichilema, no, that man has got a soft heart to an extent of actually being even said weak. I'm saying it here. Yes, but let me say it, and I'm saying it now before we start the new thing. But then again, I shouldn't talk too much about the negative and whatever. We are in the time of campaign. All I'm saying is that Hakainde Hichilema is not what you people, some of you people, the way we marketed him. This man is actually very soft, sometimes even too soft. Even too soft sometimes. And I'm hoping that, you know, in the next term. Hello?
Batayali. Mulika kwino batayali murerona Mr. Wenu kuno. Ika number 1 iko. It's very important batayali pali OTM. Maumpa. Ifin murepita mufintusi akosa sana kodi na video match poster ina mitu minashiranda pama politics ndelanda pali momwebeni. Na mufika nangu nimukulanda, at least my brother, take your time. Mamona take your time to look after yourself. Usisi ama politics see. My brother na mairofiketa na mairofika bakokia munono sana. Uyokia wetu uyo munono sana. She needs you. So according to my staff analyze, if you want to come around the thing, you can tell Batayali at Tamuri Bueno. As your sister, I can tell Batayali at Tamuri Bueno, you need to reflect your mind. I know it's not easy if you just so please try to control your emotions because I'm muchirinji.
Okay. Mayo naumfwa. Awe nakana mayo. Umfweni mayo. I've got my personal issues, but what I've said here, I know I am not hallucinating. What I've said, I am very logical.
Okay.
And I am pointing to issues. So I don't want you, as much as you sympathize with me, yes, sympathize with me for my personal issues. But the politics that I've spoken about here, I have pointed at the facts here. So I'm not hallucinating. I'm not hallucinating, and I'm not even taking away anything. If you need another party, Hakainde Hichilema, if you need another party, Makebi Zulu, Pali Mundubile, Nchile Tolauka. I'm very sequential. Na chambira pali Brian, na chilando kwa pali leader who is ready to take over. And I started with Brian. And why I've spoken about Brian, because Brian is the contender and is my friend. I've spoken about it. I've spoken about Makebi Zulu, the unity. I've spoken about the Achani Fidiati Abenati opposition coming together. I've spoken about that. I've touched on, I've reflected that on the UPND and warning the UPND that what is happening in Kukusaiduku na vena kutifiachitika. So I think I'm quite logical. Yes, I agree with you. I've got emotions, but you know, these politics that I'm doing, I even said it, that they are actually keeping me going. And this is the time of campaign. So tetinji kadefe yo mayo. Mfide na campaigna. And I don't tell us that.
So, apatuafika ningu fasonse fa mulondolo, apatuafika kuli ba Mundubile. Tayari. So, never got a chance ya ko bachi started just as a independent president.
Never quarter. They have got a chance because Eva Mundubile now withdraw. He has withdrawn from FDD, and instead he has gone to this political party. And I think by tomorrow, Mundubile will present ama followers, 1,000, with another party. So my advice at this late hour, my advice to Mundubile is that instead of going with that political party, because kalaka political party doesn't belong to a person. Wamona, political party doesn't belong to a person. So umuntu uli wonse kutaima tinebo member nangu te member nangu imwe na pamuliso inshami shiva na mivona pachilimba but kuti mwaima no kulando kwati ninebo member wa Economic and Equity Party. Mwamona, ninebo member wa Economic and Equity Party. And so if you are tayari hii decision bapangile ba tayari, I don't agree with it. Pakwebati ngamwayamu koti pakobati vakoti vakese pitamo inenge tambukwanda awe ava mayosha veshiva shani meanwhile ama dates yako ECZ yelekisa shani yeleya ama nomination ya yelekisa shani yapita mwamona yes palasti mkesalanda mkesa chimwasa chinyalo kuchinya taine member okay nafileka meanwhile date na ipita kale ya nomination nishiva Mundubile batashani papwa pafita. All it needs is anyone. It doesn't need to be a party member of that party. Anyone can take the party to court, and once Mwayam court ECZ hands will be tied. Tapano for Bengatsawa ECZ. They will wait for the court to finish it. But meanwhile, calendar our ECZ tayakula lona that yo trolo ne Mundubile case ya woibwe. Awe. Ama nominations yakapita. If you get safuma kumbuko, nifila balanda it will be an academic exercise. So Mundubile, mistake wale panga is to go for a party when he doesn't have a party.
No Baba Tayali, ingana gatwarole show idibale twala question na imbi idibale twala bantu abali 1000 dibale twala no batachiba pitire ba Mundubile abaire pa face because ba ECZ na bakukira bali stage imbi
naba ba ECZ bali bapela from what I understand bali bapela chance ba Mundubile bali bapela chance from what I understand bali bapela chance. And you know, this is one thing I like about Bamwangalaza Lomes. Our ECZ, team yawa ECZ. Nango abantu balela ndefya kulandalanda bala babe pesha yo shawana chama. Bamwangalaza Lomes, she's very good. Because she even said it. She gave chance. If you want to withdraw, you can withdraw, but you have to bring ama supporters nakavidi. You have to bring ama supporters nakavidi. And that position, I think Mundubile is going to do it this week. I think he has to do it. So problem in nsangire pali wa Mundubile yakwe bati bafuma ku FDD nomba batola futika party kami bala boko bati party te ya mundumo umuntu party ya members and uli onse can claim to be a member. Whether it is true or not, that is another issue. But ngai minina as an independent nishama problems yonsa hata shani yapwa mambo fama.
Okay batali ende umfwa
and nalira ndekala tampokulanda pali kana nala natampokulanda pali
la indi question ya lasting ngofina mwalanda dambatta sana advise batali ba Mundubile baisho ku control sana ba amana nkana ma members babo especially lidi nao naula sana esina yabo mpya kusabaira at least ngatako tone down baisho kutaka campaign bwino mwanchalaba kwa because ya behavior kaiwene
mwaumfa mayo
so laina mwasilandati bali beta sana talk, that is the problem.
Mwaumfwa nangu ni kampeni kuchu umuntu ale kutsa ati ni campaign manager obe every day alela ndefya bulokulondoloka pali kateka ushe mapolisi keso bachita alekuleterera fia fensi valanda babinwewo ati
no mu campaign defa bantu batuka nenseri afira isibeta ikustadi present win
fia fensi vile valanda even babinwewo ati yo ngatapali mundu beta kwa filia you don't do that ale chintu pa nangu na ukwata ntwani kane kupoke chinsenda kunkoko kuna kilila sometimes mwamona ati nshifulungene ka mwamona mwashiningisha nomba ati nshifulungene mwachisakamana mwamona ati ndife bwino ka awe ndife bwino yesu mutima ulechula but ndife bwino umutu ule totonka awe awe ndife bwino maya mwisakamana nde survivor na totela
okay na totela
no, I mean, I'm telling you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Shan was here.
Bwino Shan mwana.
Bueno, my telling you. Yeah, there's a couple of pages. I'm following your program here. There's a couple of Let me just discuss this later a little bit. A couple months ago, I think I jumped on a live. The kind of program for the program, just like I jump on yours. Just like on every other podcast, tutakacheka you might human way we already support and stuff like that. You don't want to so I say, sometimes sometimes instead of going back and forth to people, you know what you do? You give them a taste of their own medicine. Just what I did, boss. But I have after me, let me just give her a taste of our own medicine. And I start to mobilize the I will never leave here. Yaman is not kill for him. The Kenyan says to Payam and I feel for him. Vamayo, Chatina, Chenu, Chachi. Yeah. Let it vary, push about PF for him. Never give a chance for me to express myself.
Yeah, my brother, I think I have my stories. Hello?
Yes,
hello?
Yes, good evening,
Good evening.
Yes, this is Nengo from Katama.
Yes. Oh, Machusaka? Yeah, natotera sana. Mwali chitawini.
I just want to make the contribution very fast. Paliwa Mundubile. Mundubile kwena amati bazena. Abantu batera bengine omwe murapera na wonse. The best way for him is just to go independent. And then I'm sure the people surrounding him, but they will tell both CDMB that why independence to the proportion representative in I'm sure that's where the issue is. However, for now, let him just build his name. Because he's already known. Let him just build his name and also the brand of BM, like the way he's doing it. I also have a concern. I also have a concern about tourism. Honestly, the campaign is too much. I'm going to campaign no more for a corner.
How corner? How did you?
But I don't know what to show. Now, probably about my emotions, I'm always popular, but that's not how we do things.
No.
When you say Sabbath or the campaign team, I'm sure I can come and my contact. They can just say, stand down. Suffer. Well, about it, easy. It's okay, you can campaign. No man knows that if you are daring someone. You can just be a government. That's it.
Yeah, sure. Hello?
Tayali chindi tolinda fwayo kumikoseleshako ne panopompera tayali thingi namuna kutoka wati people go like for example now kwatamanyiwa yako kumini Limbi sister na fwa limbi wawisona mafata wishizi limbi.
Hello, I think let's not be personal now. Tamwisha my problems and na papa you don't know my problems and so please avoid talking about my personal you don't know. I have got issues, but leave that aside. Hello? Yes.
Mr. Kai, I want to have a quick chat with you, and I would like to hear your view. Not talking about Mr. Siparo. He has joined us, and we are very proud with him. I would like your view and your weight from your side.
There is nothing to say. He has joined UPND. There is nothing to say. He has joined UPND, and in joining a political party, you can never be late, you can never be too early. You join a political party at any time, I mean, if it works out for you. So, on Sipalo, he has joined UPND. I mean, that's his decision. No, guys, come on. Anyway, I think let me leave it there. So, in terms of Sipalo, really, there is no time at which you can join a political party. You can join a political party at any time. Especially if there are even negotiations. I'm sure Sipalo has not just joined UPND from nowhere. Sipalo is the best contender for Munali constituents. Sipalo is the best contender for Munali constituents. I don't think there is anyone that can beat Sipalo in Munali. So if UPND has convinced him to join them, I mean, that's a bonus to UPND. I would actually say congratulations to UPND for getting Sipalo to be part of you. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I wanted to find out on if he was to go independent. What would that mean? Then you would not have members of parliament, or how does that work out?
He would have. This is the issue. This is an argument which is quite naive. Because others are, it's like, no, if he goes as an independent, then who is he going to work with? No. When you are elected, you are president. You can form government with anyone. He can appoint UPND MPs. He can appoint whatever. He can. He can. If at all he would win. Okay? There is absolutely nothing wrong. If you have got a support and you win an election as independent, you can appoint anyone. Even the proportional representation is not a problem, because the proportional representation is allocated to the president. So already you would have MPs based on your votes. Then you would have other members. I think you would have 10 to appoint. Then you can appoint now from all the political parties. If anything, that can even be a very strong government, because you would have, you form a government from all political parties. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with somebody contesting as an independent. I don't know who is advising Mundubile. I don't know. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening.
Yes, I've been following your program. However, I just wanted to understand one thing. I heard a part where you advised Mr. Mundubile to stand as independent, since he does not have any political party at the moment. So I just wanted to understand, how does it work in a situation where such a candidate wins as president? What is the representation in terms of parliament in that? And I believe he's got some people under him aspire to be members of parliament. So which political party are those people going to stand on? Are they also going to stand as independent? How does it work if you intend to govern, if you want to become a president?
If he wins, basically you are talking about if he wins. You are talking about if he wins. And this is what I was just explaining, but I'm sure you didn't hear because you are trying to call. So basically, a president, when you win as president, or any president, he has got powers to appoint anyone. That is the fact. To appoint anyone. As long as they qualify, for example, ministers, apart from the nominated, apart from the nominated, they must be members of parliament. So the president can appoint any member of parliament. Any member of parliament. So if Mundubile, for example, he wins, and he doesn't have MPs, he can appoint MPs from UPND. He can appoint MPs from whatever other political party, but unfortunately I don't see another political party that will have members of parliament. He can appoint other independents. So there is no legal impediment in that regard. But to start with, we now have a proportional representation. Proportional representation, part of it is saying that some of them will come from political parties, okay? Proportional representation. But they have attached that proportional representation to the president, to the vote of the president. So in this case, you are a president without a political party, and you have got, for argument's sake, you have got out of 100 votes. Let's imagine 100 votes. These are 100 votes, and you have won with 60 votes. So 60 votes, proportional representation. Already, you have 6 members of parliament. You see what I mean? Proportional representation. So out of 60, you have 6 members of parliament. Another political party, another president will have maybe 2. That president will have 2 members of parliament. Another, whatever, one will have 20, like that. So the proportional representation is attached to the president. And this is why those people who are making complaints to say, no, it should be attached to the political party and not to the president, they didn't know what they were talking about, because it would have been difficult to allocate the MPs. That's why they are attached to the president, the votes that the president gets. So even if you are an independent, it means now you as an independent, you will be able to propose who is going to parliament with you. They don't have to be, they will be independent, of course, okay, because you are an independent. Then you will now have to choose other ministers. These other ministers you can appoint UPND, you can appoint other political parties. There is no problem whatsoever.
Okay. Okay, so my only problem is I understand quite well whatever you have explained. But I've got an issue where for me, this just goes to show that Mundubile is not ready to become president.
I agree. That is what I was talking about.
Already. Yes. For me, I feel it doesn't hurt for him to prepare himself to become president. He gives himself enough time.
Yes.
And just, go on the ground and just form a party, so that he's ready enough to govern. This time around, it's about just becoming president. And for me, I feel it's a bit uncomfortable, and I would not want to see a situation where we are going
in that kind of direction.
Instead of progressing, we are going backwards.
Yes, and that is my sister. That is my sister. That is my sister. That is the first point I made when I started. That Brian Mundubile is not ready. He is not ready.
No. Because
at this point in time, we are discussing this. At this point in time, nominations are starting on Tuesday. Honestly. At this point, we are discussing.
And even just for him to be jumping up from one political party to the other, it just goes to show how disorganized he is.
Yes. He is not ready, unfortunately.
No, he's not. It doesn't hurt to say, let me prepare myself and maybe take part in the next election. Yes. It's also okay, and for me, I think people will believe in him and they will be that confident. But the more he pushes himself, I think the more he's finishing himself as well.
Yeah. No, thank you, my sister.
By the time these elections will be over, he will be done as well.
Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Emkwai, mwaombeni washikia.
Emkwai.
Shikilia mfuika wakalamba. Pamdara wajiba wa Mundubile Mwanjini. I think, remember last time Mwarewa Shitana advised Kunumo. Is it the last year kwa konga program yenu? Mwarewa ndogo matindala, MPF, serenimo, mpange party. Nomba ino ishtashuwa, ishta mwingambo kulanda pali party.
Imwe. Yeah?
Mimi wale likaria abambi bali kulintireya bali makwa titonze shanja ne FTC. Mimi kuti ku printer na hii.
You know?
Kurusha abantu kwe. Wanda kulanda pali likaria 3 months. Bantu nombali na pa makampeni. Makampeni na yamba. Abantu wako la campaign na banji. Mdala kwati ndipo mali tilipe kwa tata mpange confiation.
Mpite mofie. Taile panga sensi.
Mwalilandile mdala, mwalilandile. Mwalilandile, remember last time, mwalilandile kwa ba Mundubile, ukeni. And that was last year.
Yes.
Now, lero tuambe kulandile ya shiginize. Wale kwa babike problem pali ba isi zeta bale ba bro.
Awe. Na bona.
Chisu mama gara babombe ni bwini.
Na totera. To be honest with you, ENA Mundubile has to blame himself. He has to blame himself. Ati what about anyway, you know, nimbona abantu bambi balefu andande on a certain politician. Hello?
Hello, Batari, listen.
Kuna film kwa?
No, Batari, Kari gave kwa Mundubile. I think before he even worries about whether he can stand against it, I don't think we should completely rule out between Mundubile and Makebi Zulu themselves.
Yes.
Because even when you look at it, Kulangalikuma press conference yabo, the first press conference Mundubile gave his speech first. Alanda, when Makebi came, Mungalato number 1, I said that let's do a moment of silence for ECL.
You know?
Mundubile looked blank for minutes, like, how did I miss this? That was number 1. No, it was the same thing. The language is not
the same. It's not in sync.
So before we can even say that maybe UPND or Jito are playing tricks, don't rule out that Makebi already Piravena FDD because it's in his interest that Mundubile settled. So that thing, that relationship there is also very, very questionable. You know, so that's just what I wanted to share, to say that this is a little bit more complex than it actually looks for Mundubile and his candidates. You know, and I think in the best interest of fairness, by ECZ and UPND, if they really know what is good for them, let them just both stand. Whether so that they can decide who stands. Because the issue is not like there's disunity because of the ruling party. Because if there was unity, these guys would have been able to come up. A vehicle would not have been an issue. So the problem here is not a vehicle. The problem is the actual unit, unit.
Yeah, it's a problem. And you know, for example, one example that I would give you is that, you know, FDD, if they were really generous, once they were really generous, they wanted Mundubile. When they went for their convention, they shouldn't have voted for Chifu Mubanda.
Mundubile should have been the entry point to their
Yes! Mundubile should have been the one that would have been declared president.
Yes.
But now they go and elect Chifu Mubanda. Meanwhile, and they are just on their own there. And then they say, no, Makebi. Then they have Makebi, Zulu and whatever. Look at them. Today they are sitting, no, we have come together and whatever. The following day, Makebi Zulu hires people to go and confirm his candidacy.
Because even this new party, Mundubile is still not the president.
No, he's not. He's not. So the Pangana Sensi and me, I'm talking about this in the interest of Zambians. I want Zambians to see things as they are. Ukweva ti Hakainde Hichilema tekwa kumusapota fiati yo shana shani. We don't have somebody who is ready to take over. Ukweva kutontonka nyokufumia kwa Hakainde Hichilema. If you don't like the country, you want chaos. You want chaos.
We'll see this alliance, yeah.
Takuli, tapani alliance, tapani alliance. Tapani alliance. Nkashi and just to joke, in a pantina, gero umo. We are the parents salamu no we are the parents salamu. But we never tawe ninde kako. Namba kaini kuchita withdraw. Awo li munandi ninkulekera gero. But why are the parents utumbale watwala? No we na atwala. Yashani. No, they are not ready. They are not ready. This one, they are not ready. And Hakainde Hichilema should just continue. Yeah. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you, Master.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Todd.
Good.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Todd, from Lelanda. Otherwise, Zambia. Mr. Todd, the plan of Chinka, or Brian Mundubile. Bali lobamgeji bya American. Ila walira tatu mu toisho ko ilam onena. Kufiri yapon. Ewa blani. Pantu mwe wa blani mu akosopo bai. Ngaba babasha. Makebi Zulu anda ndeyimi. Bana ate eje banda ti. Ichikati lunshwe chimpwena umshikira kumone chitumu. Wena ichimpwena nachikula sana wa Brian Mundubile. So tuleba lumbago wa Brian Mundubile wa wele msensi. I believe in Mr. Tayali, we should have a school. We should have a school so that our mure batambicha. And na in school batambicha with class. Otherwise on batambicha ma great into what sebanya sana. Otherwise batambicha abana.
Thank you. Anyway, I think we have had a very long program. I've expressed myself and I've said whatever I've said from the bottom of my heart. Not influenced by whatever. Just from the bottom of my heart. And I've said what I've said about Brian. I just mean it. It's just from the bottom of my heart. I've said what I've said about President Hakainde Hichilema. It is from the bottom of my heart. As much as others will think that no, I'm being emotional, I think the program for tonight, I've said it altruistically. Just saying as it is. Let me take my last call. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Nasabu picture. Romba ila manifesto bado teleba Mundubile nishiashara kula kwine bali papesti. Loro kuti kuyana yomwe hanyuti panitani ku.
No, out of the Pangana sense.
Nisi bala bieba koi mwe balanda nabo. Bantu iya manifesto bali panga bali FGG tonse. So futhi kupanga na yingi.
Yeah. Awe.
Abagamba chisuba.
Chisuba mkwani.
Alright.
Okay. Now, natotela mwe bantu. I think we have had a very good program. I want to insist. We don't have anybody ready to take over from Hakainde Hichilema. Let's just support Hakainde Hichilema. That's why I was even saying Hakainde Hichilema should go unopposed. But since na kuisa isa, but you Zambians should come out in numbers, overwhelmingly vote for President Hakainde Hichilema to continue. Now, over President Hakainde Hichilema nga mwaisa, na mwa Hakainde Hichilema, please be the president that will lead Zambia for all of us. Don't allow people to paste on your presidency. Don't allow. Abantu abali too ambitious and whatever, please put them aside. Let people who will come save you on behalf of Zambians. You are the vision carrier. You are the one that has done what you have done. People are confident about you, Hakainde Hichilema, not because of anyone, because of your leadership. Let your leadership be seen when you come back in the next term. Na totela sana. May God bless you and may God bless Zambia. Let's end here.